first fish on the new sit up there is a monster. Probably 5 or 6 pounds. So if you guys watched my last video, you know that I left my spinning rods leaning against the side of my truck and drove off without them. Yeah, I don't know what to say. Anyway, I had to replace them with something, and so far I've picked up one rod and reel combo. So I decided that you know, I wanted something kind of a step up from what I was using, and this by no means is a high-end combo, but it's a little nicer than what I had. And basically what I was looking for is I wanted a spinning rod in the 7 foot to 7'3" range, medium action, or excuse me, medium power with a light action. I ended up going with this Okuma Reflexions series rod. This is the RX-S-721MB. It is the 7 foot 2 inch, 8 to 17 pound, quarter to 5/8 ounce rated rod. I really like it so far. It has a very good action to it. I feel like it has plenty of backbone, but a fast enough tip. It's got sensitivity that I can really feel the bites, but when I do hook into a fish, I've got enough power. I don't feel like I'm gonna break anything if I want to kind of muscle these fish around, so I can, you know, pull them out of cover and not be afraid of, you know, breaking the rod. I really like the finish on it. I'm a fan of the cork grips. I don't really know about the split grip. I don't really know if that makes too much of a difference other than just cuts back on weight. As far as the sensitivity goes, I don't really hold the rod back here. I hold it up here anyway. So I don't know what the point of this is. You know, they say it's for sensitivity too, but I don't really hold that rod back there. One of the things that I don't really particularly care for is the location of the lure keeper. I don't like them back here on the handle because I have a tendency to want to grab the rod back here, you know, when it's being stored, if I'm going to take it out of the back of the car or the truck, and that's a place that I would normally like grab. So I wish it was kind of maybe more up in here on the bottom. You know, I'll probably honestly just hook it back up here on one of the eyes. So the other thing I don't like is the keeper on the reel seat is just a single nut. I've had this back off a little bit a couple times and the reel got loose, so I've had to crank that down, which is kind of typical of new rods. Sometimes it takes a couple times to get these things set. You'll tighten them, they'll kind of work their way in a little bit, you got to tighten them some more, so that's not really a big deal, but I wish it had a secondary nut as just kind of like a lock to keep this one from backing off. Other than that, it's a pretty good rod. You know, it's got a nice finish on it. The guides are nice and lined up. The blank itself is nice and straight. There's no rod, you know, the tip, there's no bend in the tip, you know, one direction or another, so it seems to be of good quality. It does have the zirconium inserts in the guides. I believe these are a Sea Guide brand, so that helps with the casting of the braid. So the reel that I went ahead and paired this rod with is also from Okuma. It is the Epixor, and it is the XT30, I believe. Yep, XT30. I always can't remember if it's EXT or XT, but it is the XT30. I've got 180 yards of 20-pound suffix. It's the 832 Advanced Superline braid. The reason that I picked this reel is that it does have a fairly heavy drag for a 30 size reel. It's got 18 pounds of potential drag, and it's a fairly large line capacity, so that was kind of one of the reasons I picked it. Very smooth for the money. I've got $92 into this reel in the line, which I know I could have got this for quite a bit cheaper if I had bought it offline. but I didn't want to wait a few days to get it because I already had the rod, so I was kind of, you know, anticipating getting out and fishing. And I went to a local sporting goods store and bought this and got it put on here right away. But so far I'm liking the reel. I had the Okuma Kaimar reels on my other rods, and that was an excellent reel, but this is kind of a step up from that. But it's a little bit lighter. This is I believe 8.8 ounces without the line, of course. It's a 7+1 ball bearing, and it's a pretty nice reel. I like it so far. It casts very nice. The balance point on this is pretty good, just forward of the cork grip, and the wind is blowing right here, so it's gonna kind of spin that towards me. But anyway, it's a very nice balanced setup, good power. I'm honestly really enjoying this rod, so I'm probably gonna go ahead and get a second one. But I think what I'm going to do is, instead of getting another, you know, a medium power, you know, having two of the same rods, I'll probably get a medium light power, something for like finesse, you know, drop shotting, Ned rigs and things like that. So I made a little video the first time I took it out and used this combo. Went over to St. Louis Ponds, did a little bass fishing. It wasn't a very epic day, but I did catch a few fish. A couple of them were halfway decent, and one was, you know, fairly nice. So I hope you guys enjoy the video. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comments. So I appreciate you guys watching. I hope to see you out there, and we'll see you next time. There we go. Oh, he's little. Fish number 2. Buddy, you got right in the eyeball, didn't you? Hopefully you can still see. Oh, fish number 2. You know, another one of those big 5-6 pounders. There we go. Oh, that wasn't a very big fish, but I might be setting the hook a little hard. This has got a lot more backbone than I'm used to fishing with, so I might be being a little aggressive. My first potential decent fish, but I think if I can get it up out of there. There we go. Oh, he's not huge, but there we go. Probably a half pounder. Oh, he's probably 11-12 inches. Come on. Oops. Got a little crazy on the hook set there. Well, at least I know there's one over there. There we go. Stay out of there. Stay out of there. It's heading for cover. Let's get you out. All right. Whoa. Hey, buddy. All right, probably a 3/4 pounder, something like that, maybe a pound. This is so muddy. I'm gonna let this guy go, but there you go, buddy. Come on, damn it. There we go. Out of the sticks there. Feels like a halfway decent fish. I'll go over there. Come on, come out from under there. Come on. Another 1/2 pounder or so. Oh, come on. Get your head up. It's a little better fish, probably 15 inches or so. I don't know what, he probably goes a little over a pound. I'm gonna say 1.5 pounds. So I gotta flip him here. Go ahead, buddy. There he goes. All right.